My name's Jon Ebert, and I'm a licensed counselor. I've worked with youth and families in both the public and private sectors for the past 20 years. And I've spent the last 12 years really focusing on mental health training programs and supports that help equip and empower teachers, not only in your personal life, but also in your daily work with students. And I'm really excited about being here today. Unprecedented. This word unprecedented, it's become a staple in today's vernacular. None of us could have imagined the obstacles that 2020 has brought our way. And it's kind of scary to think that there are still a few months left in what has certainly been a chaotic year, considering the pandemic and economic uncertainties and an unstable political climate and racial justice. And this, just to name a few of the things that we're dealing with right now, today's webinar topic of Keep Calm, 3 key tips and strategies for mental health, it's certainly a timely topic. It's critical for us that when we are faced with the unexpected, which we certainly have been, that we're able to adapt and respond in healthy and productive ways. So as we look at addressing life's trials and struggles and achieving calm in spite of them, it's important that we begin with a focus on connecting. Connections are powerful. When we find ourselves feeling stressed and overwhelmed, it's so important to pause and reconnect with our environment. Our personal control and our peace of mind can quickly be lost when we start to focus too much on what is to come. So I want to give you a couple examples of how you can connect with your present environment and help to reset your thoughts. To begin, there is a term, it's called grounding. And what this does is this is a way of connecting your senses to your present environment, your 5 senses. So anytime you begin feeling overwhelmed, stop for a minute and see if you can identify 5 things that you can see. See if you can identify 4 things maybe that you can hear. Engage your sense of touch and see if there are 3 things that you can touch that are around you. Maybe there are 2 things that you can stop and recognize the aroma of. And then finally, 1 thing that you can taste. By adjusting your focus from the future to the present, it helps to ease your anxious thoughts, and it presents real ways for you to connect with the here and now. In addition to connecting your senses to your environment, it's also important to connect with others personally. There is no substitute for personal connection, absolutely none. So whether this is in person, which has been challenging as of late, and certainly remember safety first when you're connecting with people in person, or you're connecting with someone over the phone via phone call. Engaging with others can help to remove these feelings of isolation that have really been so prevalent and impactful over the past several months. In addition, and this can be tough, but put down the devices, turn off the news. I think that we all could agree that these are some things that can not only prevent genuine connections for us, but they at times can even exacerbate current issues and anxious thoughts that we're having. The second thing that we can do is allow time for personal wellness. Teachers especially need to recognize that our own wellness is often overlooked because we can so often focus on how we can help and support other people. While well-intentioned, we're doing those that we care about a disservice if we allow ourselves to get run down. And the reason is that once we get run down, we're then unable to provide supports that we otherwise could have. Now, our natural reaction is certainly to meet the needs of other people, and understanding what people need is important. But we have to first take care of our own wellness. It's really similar to attaching your own oxygen mask on an airplane. Some examples of personal wellness activities may include things such as meditation or exercise or certain spiritual disciplines or maybe even hobbies. The key here is you want to release stress and address your own mental, physical, and emotional needs. This, in turn, puts you in a better position to meet the needs of the other people that are around you. And please don't wait until your metaphorical cup is empty. You need to schedule time every day where you can reflect and recharge, even if it's only for a few minutes. The third way that we want to really help to stay calm is to look at what matters. And what I mean here is that our focus can be drawn in several different directions, and many of them simply aren't beneficial. So it's important that we take a look at what matters and how we can influence a given situation in a positive way. Pay attention specifically to questions that circulate through your mind. Things such as, are your mental questions solution focused, or even do they surround your role in a given situation, or are you focused more on the role of other people in a given situation? By looking at the positives or the good in situations that you face, this impacts your mood and your ability to more effectively see how to best respond in a given situation. And then in addition, problem solving around things that you can control will help to reduce frustration, and it really empowers you to take action rather than passively waiting for others to respond. Now, I know the title is 3 things that you can do to stay calm, but probably the most important thing that you can do, in addition to connecting and allowing time for personal wellness and then looking at what really matters, is making an appointment. And what I'm specifically addressing here is if you continue to feel overwhelmed, unable to respond effectively, or even detached from those around you, it's critical that you make an appointment with a professional. It's okay not to be okay. Everyone has battles that they're fighting, and there are times when we all simply need a little extra support and perspective. When you consider that worldwide a person dies from suicide every 40 seconds, and that in the population that a lot of you work with, the young people, that suicide is the 3rd leading cause of death, and it's quickly approaching the 2nd leading cause of death, we have to make sure that we are utilizing the supports and professional help that is available. Don't become a statistic. Help is only a phone call away. So in summary, and for our takeaways, to bring this full circle, it's important when you attempt to stay calm that you remember to connect with your environment, allow time for personal wellness, look at what matters, and finally, make an appointment to see a professional when the aforementioned strategies simply aren't enough.